Ceann Comhairle, the substantive issue that led us to this motion was and is the Government's poor handling of Judge O'Neill's report and the recommendations contained therein. And Sinn Féin's reaction was and is quite predictable, insofar as they could seek to manufacture a means to politicise the issue and to do as much political damage as they could, possibly not just to the Government, but obviously to Fianna Fáil when they saw that opportunity arise. And as we all know, Martin, that doesn't serve the McCabe's or the whistleblowers well. That doesn't set the terms of reference. That doesn't get to the truth. That doesn't pave the way for the criminal implications that may arise out of a public tribunal of inquiry. But it gets you what you want. It gets you to bring down a government, as you're doing in the North, and you partake in the setting up of none. And in relation to our viewpoint, in relation to Fianna Fáil's perspective, have we been impressed with the handling of this issue by government? No. Has it affected our confidence in government? It has definitely waned our confidence in government. And you ask, was there a conspiracy at the heart of government? No. Was there a cover-up at the heart of government? No. Was there incompetence? Yes. Was there incoherence? Yes. Was there naivety? Yes, there was. At the heart of government and within the whole of government, including Minister Ross. But eventually, at the end of all that, we find ourselves at the right conclusion, with a public tribunal of inquiry. We don't find ourselves in the mouth of an election. We don't find ourselves in the mouth of 6 months of paralysis, which you might welcome. But we find ourselves at the door of a process that offers a solution, that offers the truth, and that offers a resolution into the future as to how these issues might be dealt with. There is no doubt in my mind, in our party's belief, that the people don't want an election. We want our agreement that we sought to implement in the way in which we sought to facilitate government. We want budgets to reflect it. We want policy to reflect it. We want confidence restored in the prospect of government achieving results, in the prospect of government, together with those of us given the privilege to be in this stall, to help and assist in order for action to be taken, corrective action, in relation to the health service, in relation to the waiting list, in relation to the treatment purchase fund doing what it done previously. We want action in relation to the Brexit scenario and the potential damage that it can do, let alone the paralysis that exists in the North. We don't want it in the South when that faces us. We want to address the regional imbalance. We want an Ireland for all, and this government, like it or lump it, has the potential, and we all have the responsibility to seek to ensure that we can provide that. There will come at a later juncture, I've no doubt, the potential for us and others to adjudicate on the implementation of that agreement, for us and others to adjudicate on the results of the efforts of government to implement it. And at that juncture, we'll take stock of where we are, and we'll take stock of the people and their will that may exist at a later date, when we can go to the country with confidence and ask them to put those of us whom took our responsibilities seriously, those of us whom, when presented with a convoluted result last year, didn't sit in our hands or didn't go on manoeuvres or didn't go on holidays, but rather sought to give vent to the people's wish, which was to provide a government and provide governance. And I would hope to be in a position to again, at a later date, give confidence to this government when we come to the next budget and the budget after it, and be in a position to go to the country, as I said, where we can say we gave value for the votes we got, the 400,000 plus votes that we got. We didn't win the election, But nobody else won it, but we took our responsibility seriously and insisted on a government being provided to the people, a government that can deliver, and if it does, we'll shake its hand and we'll say well done, and we'll be delighted with our own performance in ensuring it did so.